Presenting the winner of the Honolulu LA Laugh-Off, Mr. Carl Waxman. Carl?
Thank you. God, it's nice to be here. Lake Tahoe is so beautiful. It's worth it just drop a few bucks on the table just to see the view here. I mean, I get to work lots of places, but no place as beautiful as this year-round. And I know this because I've worked at other places, wonderful places. Palm Springs in the summer. You can sit under a palm tree and watch the dashboard of your Datsun melt. Go out for a stroll around 2 in the afternoon and fall into a coma. Or if you're truly athletic, you can run 5 or 6 steps and burst into flame. It would be hard to find someplace better in the summer than Palm Springs. Then I worked Houston. 95 degrees, 700% humidity. But at least there's things to do there. Go to Gillies. Terrific place. Twice the size of this place. Built for $7. Unfortunately, the night I was there, it wasn't that exciting. The mechanical bull was broken. We all had to ride this big girl named Arlene. But it's wonderful to travel, and of course I grew up in New York City, but I live in California now. In fact, I flew here from San Francisco on an airline, its name I won't mention. A little frightening. They don't have an arrival or departure board. They have a pari-mutuel machine. I'm not afraid to fly. In fact, I have a system. If anybody here is afraid to fly, do what I do. Get on the plane, belt yourself in, and then concentrate on your master charge balance. Then if you lose an engine, you smile all the way down. It's even better if you charge your tickets. A couple of things bug me, though. I've never flown first class, and as soon as you take off, they always pull that curtain between first class and coach. And I know in my heart of hearts, they got naked people up there. They got free booze, they're having a party, they won't even let me watch. And forget smoking and non-smoking, I could care less about that. I work in nightclubs all across the country, I don't have a choice. You know what I'd like to see? Children and non-children. You got kids? You want to fly them? Great. Take them down to the airport, put them all on one plane. Then they can drop them off one at a time across the country. Let them throw up and scream at each other for a change. Just an observation. That's the job of a comedian, to make observations, to find humor in life. For instance, the airplane. You know they don't expect you to use the exits. If they expect you to use the emergency exits, would they point them out this way? Observations. The language of California. California phrases. Laid back and mellow. You hear it all the time in California, right? Hey, he's laid back. Hey, she's mellow. Any place else in the world, those words are boring and unconscious. Observations. Freeway. Another California word. High-speed road connecting white communities. Observations. Current, another California word. It's a term of endearment in California. It's used in a sentence like, I'd like you to meet my current wife. Do we have New Yorkers here this evening? Jersey people. Like to know the Jersey crowd? If they like you, this is the way they clap for you. Hey, Q-boy! You'll live. In New Jersey, they say things like, any guy who falls asleep in the trunk of his car deserves to be shot. Observation. New York words. Caucasian. In New York, a Caucasian is a white person who's been arrested. Perpetrator, another New York word. Pronounced perpetrator in New York. That's a suspect shot by the police. Assailant, another New York word. An assailant is a black person running north in New York. In California, it's a Hispanic driving east. Observations. Never ask a Californian for directions. They have no concept of distance. Everything in California is 20 minutes from here. San Francisco is 20 minutes from here. Unless it's raining, then it's 25. They really want to be specific. It's 3 Taco Bells, a Kentucky Fried Chicken, and 4 7-Elevens from here. There is a 7-Eleven every 60 yards in California. They figure that's as far as anybody will drive for a Slurpee. 7-Elevens got their name because they charge between 7 and 11% more than a human being should have to pay for that stuff. But they do serve many useful purposes. 7-Elevens give armed robbers a chance to practice before they hit a bank. 7-Elevens employ those people. People I would not like to meet loose on the street. As long as they're locked behind the counter with a night manager's job and the mop, I feel secure when I'm out. Observations. How come every time I pull up to a red light in my car and a car full of black people pulls up next to me, they are listening to music on a radio station I can't find on my radio? Television commercials treat us badly. They sell us things we cannot possibly use. They make us feel like we have to have them. Is there anybody in this room tonight who feels there's a real use for Popeil's pocket fishermen? Not if you're going fishing. Besides, what do you need a rod for to go fishing in your pocket? I went out, I bought something on television I didn't need. Arm & Hammer baking soda deodorant. Maybe a few folks, it's all right. I work on the hot lights. I ended up with an armpit full of muffins. It's embarrassing and lumpy. But as badly as television treats us all, it treats women worse. They want to sell a man something, they show him respect. They get guys like Ed Reimers for Allstate, Don Criqui for TWA, handsome guys, 3-piece suits, nice haircuts, clean shaven, an image of respect when they're selling a man something. They sell a woman something, they don't get guys like that. They get freaks like Mr. Whipple. Here's a guy a man doesn't want to do business with. I don't want to know him. I don't want to shake his hand. It's going like this all day. It has to be straight. They expect women to deal with him. How about the guy in your bathroom? Hi, I'm down here turning your water blue. I'm not going in with that man. I don't even go in front of my cat. Not walking in with this guy. He's got a calypso band and a motorboat in there. Forget it. They expect women to deal with the guy in your bathroom. The biggest put down of women, the biggest insult to women is the ring around the collar commercial. Guy's at a party. He's got an apple under his neck. To give you an idea how hip the party is to begin with. He's passing this apple, a little shiksa next to him. Shiksa is a Jewish word. It means non-Jewish girl. Blonde hair, blue eyes, freckles, no nose, 2 dots. The shiksa is passing this apple. She looks up and says, ring around the collar. What does he do? He looks at his wife and gives her a dirty look. It's her fault. And we're supposed to sit out there and say to ourselves, hey, it's her fault. She's a lousy homemaker. She's a lousy wife. It's her fault. Look how angry he looks. Look how guilty she looks. It's her fault. But they never let us think, why the hell doesn't he clean his neck? You are a terrific crowd. It really is a pleasure to be here. Are there skiers here? All right. I don't really understand skiing. Skiing is not really a Jewish sport. First of all, it's taught by Nazis, as far as I understand. Well, they all say the same thing. I'm Swiss. I had nothing to do with the war, but I know. Jewish sports are things where you sit down. Accounting is a Jewish sport. Chess, mahjong, backgammon, these are Jewish. Somebody yelled out one night, masturbation is a Jewish sport. Not true. Masturbation is a Jewish art. I grew up in the 50s. I know plenty about masturbation. There's a lot to be said for it. You don't have to dress up. And you can have anybody you want. I've made it with Bo Derek now 25 times. It wasn't so good at the beginning, but now she knows what I like. And what I like is working to a terrific crowd like you. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.